You sure?
Yep. Got it. Hey, folks. Welcome to Monday night to the Davis's Eats. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Chili.
And we are technically rooted in foods, and this is really the Davis's kitchen, and we are going to cook a Greek-inspired meal for you tonight.
And we're going to eat.
Of course, we're going to eat.
That's right.
And clearly, we've got some
Cocktails.
cocktailing going on here. So we are into December. Quite a bit into December. My last Christmas shirt that actually finally arrived today, about a week late. Farmers market, outdoor market has ended. Our indoor market has started. So that means a bit of a shift in the types of ingredients we can pick up locally at our farmers market. So tonight we are showcasing some local spice mixes and a local, the noodles themselves are not local, but the store we bought them from is, and I'll tell you that when I talk about the noodles. And also some local microgreens from Autumn Ridge Farm. Yeah.
Right. The microgreens are awesome.
Which we can get year round here. Yeah. So I pick them up at the indoor market. So they're usually at both markets through the year. So Greek inspired. So in other words, we're using local ingredients to kind of build that Greek flavor profile into our meal tonight. So not necessarily Greek traditional or Mediterranean traditional, but the flavors nonetheless. So, But to go with that, because we're dealing with artichokes and capers and lemon juice, because I actually forgot to buy lemons at the grocery store.
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
We're drinking lemon drops.
The easy way. The
supremely easy way. Speaking of finding something local,
moving out of the way.
Stirrings. It's not local, but it is locally available. Locally, so you can go buy it typically at your grocery store. You can also get it at the liquor stores.
Do we have it at the grocery stores locally in Carbondale?
You can get it at Kroger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's available at Kroger sometimes.
Hey, J-Effect.
A couple of them are available at Kroger. Not all flavors are available at all times at all places, but
worth a shot.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Makes for a quick cocktail.
Yeah, and all it is fruit juice and simple syrup kind of mixed up into a mix. This has absolutely zero alcohol in it, completely, totally, 100% zero. All of the alcohol tonight is going to come from this bottle, which we have plenty of. So if you wanted to make this a non-alcoholic drink, kind of switch the mixes around. So it's alcohol version, 1 part of vodka, 2 parts of stirrings. Non-alcoholic, you'd go 1 part stirrings, 2 parts club soda. So it's just kind of an idea that way. So we're going to, could you put ice in these for me, please?
Or if you could find a spiritless vodka, you could certainly use that too. But honestly, I think I would go the club soda route.
Yeah. So we want 3 ounces of stirrings, and we're making 2 cocktails because there's 2 of us. So that's why I put 6 ounces in there.
Enough ice in that second one?
Yeah, it's plenty. Okay. And then it's already going to be cold because I'm going to shake it.
Oh, that's true.
To mix it. So the ice is just to volume up the glass because there's might not be enough.
To this.
Yeah, there's really isn't a whole lot to this anyway. So, but yeah, so if you wanted alcohol free, use club soda. 1 part of stirrings to 2 parts club soda. Alcohol wise, 1 part vodka, 2 parts stirrings. And that's really all you're doing.
So if I were having a holiday party and I wanted to make this in batch, just multiply it up?
Multiply it up.
Okay.
Multiply it up, and you can use it.
Extend the recipe?
Yeah. It's 1 part, 2 part. Pretty simple.
So I could have my punch bowl full of lemon drop martinis.
You got it. You might need more bottles than what we have here.
Well, that's true. Very, very true. That's okay. But
I mean, if you think about it this way, this is a 25.4 fluid ounce bottle.
You could maybe for punch purposes dilute it with
or just grab a 750, not a 1.75, and 2 of these. Because this is a 750.
Right.
So 2 of these.
I was thinking you could dilute it with some Sprite or some club soda.
Oh, yeah.
Punch. Yeah. So
that's it.
Easy breezy. Lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Cheers.
And that is
Stirrings
good.
makes good stuff.
They do.
Makes for a simple.
Extremely simple.
And you don't have to keep a lot of mixers on hand. So
No.
that makes it good too.
So if you wanted to make it the real way, lemon juice.
Well, I'll let you tell them that.
Simple syrup. I mean, we could make it the real way, but yeah.
That's okay. That's good though. Stirrings is good.
So
Out of all of the kind of the prefab mocktailish mixers, I think Stirrings is probably our favorite.
They've got a really good one. So I like it a lot.
So if you want to shift them over here, I've got
over there.
I've got the local.
There we go.
Flavors. So Mrs. Miller's egg noodles, we actually buy, and I've already cooked them, so hence the empty package. We buy at our local Amish markets. That's usually where I see them. I don't know that I have noticed them in any of our regular grocery stores. These are lemon pepper. Typically, I just buy the regular egg noodles and use them for lots of different things. I picked these up because they were unique. They are cholesterol free because they are egg white noodles and they don't include the egg yolk like a typical egg noodle might. They also have turmeric in them. So it's a little bit different flavor than what we're probably mostly used to in our egg noodles. So we've got 2 Amish markets locally, one in Anna and one in Ava, and they both carry Mrs. Miller's. We've got, of course, our staple J Effect here. We're actually going to use this and add to it a bit tonight. Picked up from Flora Bay Farm some dill and scallion salt to, I guess, spice up the Greek-inspired piece with the dill. And also the dill microgreens from Autumn Ridge, and I'll show you what those look like here in a bit. Also, we can pick up artisan craft kinds of things at our local farmers markets too. So I grabbed the cutest, Pam, I don't know if you're still on watching, cutest pair of peppermint holiday earrings that I think I've ever seen. And I love handmade jewelry too. So, pay attention to some of the artisans and the crafters that are at your local market, because you can honestly pick out some pretty cool gifts, especially for the holidays. So thank you, Pam. I think you had 1 pair left and I snagged them real fast. Okay. So tonight I'm going to maneuver this out of the way.
You know how I told you that she brought in a stick and I told her that she needed to take it away?
She brought it back in, didn't she?
She would.
Yeah, because she's a 10-month-old German Shepherd, some kind of puppy dog, and she doesn't understand English yet.
Well, she took it out, then you opened the door really wide.
And then let her bring it back in.
Yeah.
So
she's like, well, Mom says it's okay because she even opened the door wider. So I heard her chewing on stuff. Oh,
goodness. That dog.
So, hey, James.
Hey, James. So we're going to fry our chicken cutlets first and then just kind of let them sit while we build the sauce. I've already cooked the noodles. So I'm going to get some of this out of the way.
Pam says thank you. She is making more of those.
Oh, good. Yay.
Good deal.
So for the local, our indoor, the Foodworks Farmers Market is at University Mall on the
east side.
East end entrance where the theater entrance is. And the vendors, there are a lot of different vendors at that one than there are at the outdoor farmers market. 2 different groups.
It is.
So
there is some crossover. Yes,
there is. Yeah, of course.
Because there's only so many farmers in Southern Illinois. But
so we're gonna do a couple of things here. I'm gonna crack this egg, and then I'm gonna go wash my hands. So drink.
Oh yeah,
that's the game.
That's
when I wash my hands,
everybody,
you drink.
Everybody drink. Take a sip, everybody.
Whatever you have in hand.
Mm-hmm. If it's wine, take a drink of wine. If it's cocktail, drink cocktail. If it's soda or water or milk or anything else, take a little drink of that.
So I'm going to put some clarified butter and olive oil in my skillet. I am doing a very shallow pan fry, so you don't need like a bunch of any kind of fat here. And I only have 3 little pieces of chicken breast, so I don't need a lot to begin with.
No, we did not get a whole bunch of chicken. And that is a pretty shallow pan anyway.
It is very shallow, but it will hold enough to do a chicken breast. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so regular plain breadcrumbs, egg. Will you hand me a whisk out of there, please?
Uh-huh.
So to this, we're going to add
a little whisk.
Yeah.
A little whisk.
Will whisk, thank you.
Welcome.
We're going to add a hefty teaspoon of JFX garlic and herb.
That's in the breadcrumbs?
Into the breadcrumbs.
Did you grab the wrong hole?
I did.
I could tell.
Now, this has oregano and thyme along with the garlic and a little bit of salt in it. We're going to kind of beef up the Greekness of the Greek-inspired and put some freeze-dried dill in here as well.
Ooh.
And I'm going to put just a little bit more oregano in. All right, and on top of that, you want to season both sides. So this side, I'm putting in a lemon pepper garlic seasoning to kind of, I guess, balance is the right word, the
Pasta?
lemon pepper pasta. The pepper got my nose.
It did, I can tell. Gotcha.
And I'm going to put about a teaspoon of water in with my egg to make an egg wash.
Oh.
And I'm going to sneeze. Washing hands and sneezing might be the drinking games of the night.
No, just the washing hands.
Okay. I might sneeze more than I wash my hands, though.
That's fine.
All right, we'll stir that up. I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'm going to pound out some chickens here. All right. So I cheated. I already have a cut up chicken breast, and I just sliced it thin. So this is one chicken breast, and we are going to run out of room very quickly here. Pound them a little bit thinner, one at a time. In between, use a red cutting board for raw meat. In between parchment paper, wax paper. If you've got a Ziploc bag, you can put that in there. This should hold up for all three. When you use a meat mallet like this, you want to start in the middle and push out. You don't just pound down because it creates an uneven playing field, so to speak. You want to kind of push down and out. Now, I'm not going to talk while I do this.
Hi, Grandma.
Don't get your hands.
Nikki's pounding her meat. Yeah, watch out. No, don't get any fingers in there.
It doesn't have to be super thin.
No, but that is significantly thinner than what it was.
It was. And it is, I mean, it's pretty thin, but it doesn't have to be. Doesn't take much. When you slice the chicken breasts so they're kind of thin already, doesn't take much.
Nope. And where did you get that handy dandy meat masher?
That meat masher came from probably either the Big A or the Bed Bath & Beyond, probably.
Okay.
One or the other.
One or the other? I didn't know if it was a, what you call it by.
They don't even have a brand name on it.
It's heavy. It's about a pound.
It's a Norpro.
What?
Norpro.
Norpro. Norpro meat masher.
Yep.
It works like the dickens.
All right. So they're not super thin, but they're thin enough they're going to cook quick, and that's kind of what we want here.
That's what we want. That's what we're looking for.
Yep. All right. So everything's still, clean.
Yeah. Let me help.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll grab this one.
Thank you.
Welcome. Where do you want them?
Right there. On
Any
the board.
specific order?
Egg first. Would you turn that down to low? It's a little. All
We
right.
get it done medium low.
Yep. All right. So, one in.
There's some egg wash.
Here. I'm kind of out of space here, so I'm going to maneuver just a bit. Make sure you get this nice and coated.
Both sides.
There's my doggy.
Yep.
Both sides. Use your tongs. Okay, so nice and coated.
That is really nicely coated.
And onto a sheet pan to let it sit.
Go back a little further. There we go.
There you go. Let it sit until we've got all of them. Nice and coated. Kind of shake that around so you can even it back out. Spoon it up. And pat it down so you get everything on here. And onto your tray. The egg wash helps the breadcrumbs stick. And this is just a single dredge. Sometimes when I dredge, but
nah.
You could double dredge flour or egg wash and it gets it super crispy. I'm not looking for crunchy crispy here. I'm just looking for a nice little breaded pan fry. Yeah. Okay.
All three of them are on there. I'll come. Welcome.
Fucking hot, screaming hot.
You want me to dump that or?
You can dump the egg.
Okay.
All right, so this is a screaming hot pan, so it's going to sizzle quickly. When you want to, hang on, I'm going to switch you guys. FYI, our internet's a little wonky tonight. The Wi-Fi is, so
hopefully everything's working
apologizing in case we get a little slow.
Or pixelated or anything else.
This pan will hold all three of these pretty easy. But you don't want to crowd your pan. So if you have to go in batches, work in batches. And I'm going to pull these out and put them right back on the same pan. They're coated. I'm not worried about cross-contamination. If I were in a restaurant, I wouldn't do that at all. But I'm not in my own home.
Yep, we're at home. We're the only ones eating this. Pam says she usually ends up with a mess using egg washes.
I understand that. Oh, it already smells so good. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Right, I'm going to get my other skillet out because
what do you want me to do with this? Anything?
Yeah, just leave it there. Actually, I'm gonna wait and see how dark these get. If they don't get too dark, I'll probably use this skillet to build our sauce out.
Heck yeah.
Because you really do kind of want a bit of the oil and the drippings. For this, I'll have to use a little bit of flour to make a bit of a roux.
Ben says that the captions are posting words before we say them tonight. Well, I guess that's a good thing.
Well, so we're the lag.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, I'm going to turn the heat back up to medium. So chicken, you do want to take to at least 160. USDA is going to tell you 165 to be safe. I'm going to tell you 160 because it'll carry over while it rests to that safe point.
Actually, probably pull it at 155, to be honest with you.
Doesn't take much. Look how beautiful those are.
Those are delicious looking.
I think I'll just use this pan. We'll use, because sometimes I get such high heat that I get some scorch on the edge, and I don't like to build sauce in that, but this is looking pretty good. All right, so while those are doing their thing, Chili Bean's going to watch them.
Oh, okay. I'm watching them. I got my eyes on you.
Anybody remember how to trim and clean a leek?
I don't.
Okay. I didn't figure.
I don't remember at all. You'll have to show me again and again and again and again and again.
Okay. We can handle that. This is a dirty one too. So, Trimming and Cleaning a Leek by Nikki Davis. Borrowed from Jacques Pepin and Rachel Ray. Okay, this is a little dirty guy. Is that what we're on? Can they see me? Can you see me now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Give me a second. Where am I putting those when they get done?
On that rack, and then just slide them in the oven so they're out of the way. Okay, he's very dirty, and you can see all the way up here, probably very dirty. First thing we're going to do is chop this back end off because we don't need that. Second thing we're going to do is take this root end off. We don't need that. We're going to discard both of those. And sadly, you're not going to be able to see me when I actually clean this little guy. But we are going to cut in quarters, but not all the way back. We're going to lose a couple leaves here. So when we wash it, we can fan it out and get in where all of this little dirt is from the ground after it was pulled, picked, plucked, yanked out of the ground.
All right, she's done.
Okay. Chili's going to get our chicken out. I'm going to run these under cold water. You don't want hot water, use cold water, and get this dirt off. I will be back. So I'm washing not just my hands, but the leek too.
Uh-oh. Drink, everybody.
Because they're not going to come, typically, especially if the root end's still on them, they're not going to come already cleaned from the market. If the root end has been chopped off, they might be mostly clean, but I would still wash them because you just never know. All right, so cutting these just into big dices. When we get up to these outer layers, I'm going to start losing a layer at a time. So we stay as much on that white as we can get. A little bit of that green is fine. All right. Save the rest of this for vegetable stock, chicken stock, anything like that. Just throw it in. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to my pan. I'm not going to add any raw garlic to this because there's plenty of garlic in our seasonings we're using. So we're going to kind of hold off on the raw garlic. All right. But the leek will give it kind of a mild onion flavor.
Captions are having trouble saying chili. Well, I'm Shelley or Chevalier.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only vegetable we're going to chop. We're going to chop some parsley in a little bit, though.
Of the two, I definitely prefer Chevalier.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So parsley we're using as a garnish tonight because I have so much of it, I need to use it up. So we're going to pick the leaves off a handful of pieces and just rough chop them while our leeks are frying. That way we have a little bit of a garnish when we get all done here.
Looks like the Bears are playing at Minnesota.
Oh, sports ball.
Yep.
Go team.
And
Right.
Looks like the people at Minnesota at the game were definitely celebrating tailgate style.
All right. Rough chop. This is just for a garnish. All right, we'll just leave that there. You switch me over here.
To your leeks.
Yeah, move it, squirts. Up, up.
Come on,
Move up.
Come on Astrid.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to... Oh, that chicken smells
Go to
good.
your house. Come on.
Add about a 1/4 cup of flour to this to build out a little bit of a roux. And it's fine if it cooks in with the leek. That's actually better as far as, I mean,
Gosh,
I think
it
it's
smells
better.
delicious.
Yeah. All right. To that, we're going to do the same thing we just did. Add some J effect. heaping teaspoon.
Yeah.
And some dill. This is freeze dried. If you can't find fresh, better to use it. It's really all we need for this because the noodles have the lemon pepper. Would you get the milk out for me?
Yeah.
That's kind of my next little bit here.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to let those leeks cook down just a little bit. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I'll show you, we've got the dill scallion salt. We'll add a little bit of that. The scallion in this is delicious. It won't take much, though, with the amount that we're making, so a little bit will go a long way. Flora Bay has lots of like herb salts.
Who?
Flora Bay Farms.
Oh.
And they have big jars in the little sample packs, so you can buy those for, I think they were $3. Microgreens, for those of you who don't know what they are, these are just dill plants that have been grown to a certain point. They're like babies, and then they're trimmed, and they smell so good. But they're little. They're like the plant as it's, I don't know, grown for. Looking at this, not very long. I mean, it doesn't take long for dill to shoot way up real fast.
Just sprouted.
Mm-hmm. And Autumn Ridge they've got pea shoots and all sorts of fun stuff.
I can smell
so we're going to add that to the top also. All right, so now cream. And I stir as I go so it doesn't, sit and lump up and scorch. And if you'll hand me the lemon juice. I'm going to squirt some lemon juice in here and stir it in.
We'll take the milk back.
I'm not done with it. It doesn't take a lot of lemon juice, and you don't want it to break your sauce, which is why I kind of added it to the side. Easy way of tempering it in.
I'll take the milk when you're done.
Yeah, I'm probably done with the milk.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to grab a spoon and taste that, though. And then we're actually going to toss the egg noodles in with it.
Okay, I'll get those.
Plate, yeah. Oh, that's so good. It probably could use some pepper, though. Pepper is the one thing I didn't have in it, so we're going to add some. I'm turning it way down so it doesn't get clumpy on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to work a little bit backwards here. I've got some Greek Chardonnay.
Mm.
And we're going to add it. Usually I would add wine first, but I didn't think about it, so we're going to add it now. That, and it's going to thin out my sauce. My sauce got a little thick real fast.
Gotcha. All right, you ready for your noodles?
Yeah, ready for the noodles.
All right, I'll start adding.
The Greek Chardonnay came from Pinch Penny. Now, not all of them. It won't take all of that, but maybe half of them. While chili's doing that, I'm going to add in a handful of capers. And all of this can go in at once. You don't have to, add things in steps here. My caper jar is not big enough for my spoon to fit in, so I'm having to use the spoon handle.
There you go.
Thank you. That's perfect. Capers add a little bit of brine, but not so much brine that an olive would add. Oopsie.
I'll get that.
Thank you. And I have individual packets of artichokes that are marinated, but not in oil. They're just marinated packs of artichokes. I get these from Thrive Market, so not local, but delicious and easy. That's what they look like.
When are you adding in your greens?
I'm adding those in here in a minute.
Okay.
You could use a jar of marinated. Get out of there. Marinated artichokes would be fine. All right, our sauce is a little thick, but we're not going to care much here. Because it smells delicious, it looks delicious. Normally, microgreens are things that go on top of salads, sandwiches, whatnot. Throw them right on in. They're just the baby versions of the herbs.
Yep.
Where the dill is concerned.
Mm. That looks like dinner to me.
A little bit of parsley, just for some extra green. It's a little thick, the sauce is. If it gets too thick for you, just thin it out with some chicken stock or some milk.
James says it looks delicious.
Oh, it really tastes delicious too.
It looks. I'm over here. My mouth's watering, James.
I need a plate.
I don't have one. I'll get one.
Thank you.
Maybe.
So we basically built a cream sauce. Now, if you had some feta cheese, throw it in here. Like, you can build this however you want to. If it's not salty enough for you, add a dash of salt in there.
That's not a plate. That's
fine. It's a pasta plate, actually.
Okay.
So a little bit of pasta. Yeah, these are Fiesta Ware pasta plates. Chicken cutlet. A few little of these guys on top. A little bit of this on top.
Set it over there.
Here we go.
See it. Back there we go. That's our plate.
There you go.
That's dinner. Over here.
Right there.
Right
Have
here.
at it.
I'm going to. Got to get a fork.
Yep.
I'll get you a fork too.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
One fork for you.
That pasta soaked up the sauce a lot, so
it looks like it did, but it's still coated.
It's coated, yeah.
Like amazingly.
Oh, it's very good.
That is delicious.
Mm-hmm. So, if you didn't want to go the chicken route, pan-seared or grilled shrimp,
100%, James.
Would be good with that too. So easy breezy, guys. Just barely after 7, and we put all that together. Now, the egg noodles took about 12 or so minutes to cook, to boil
15.
and cook. Yeah, and I did the whole package of them because I'll use them again in a couple of days on another meal.
That chicken, wow.
Is it good?
Yeah.
And if you wanted extra sauce to go over your chicken, just don't don't toss your pasta in it. Just pour it over everything. It'll be fine. Oh, that is good. Wow. Yum. I lost my drink. So, one chicken breast, feed 3 people, cut it thin, pound it out. You've got some fried chicken cutlets pretty quick. Season all levels. I didn't season my chicken, but you could. A little salt and pepper is all it would take. But season every layer of your dredge.
Yep.
Even the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
That can be changed up however you want to. And capers, artichokes, sun-dried tomatoes. We don't, we have a non-tomato lover in here, so I didn't use those, but sun-dried tomatoes would be good. Leeks, onions if you've got them, shallots if you've got them. That can be, tossed up however you want to. So pretty versatile. We just use the Greek flavors, and we use local flavors to build that flavor profile. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
That also gives you a bit of a hint for 2025.
Yeah. Pam, I think you're right. Scallops would go really well too in this. Yeah.
I think any kind of seafood, a white fish, would be perfect for this. So there's dinner.
Yep. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, kind of. So this is it until the new year.
Yep.
So we'll be back
in January.
The 6th, maybe. I think that's a Monday.
I don't know.
We might bump it till mid-January. We'll see how the holidays shake out around here.
Yeah.
So we'll be out for 3
Couple
weeks, yeah,
2-3
at
weeks.
least. So enjoy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Hanukkah, all the things.
All of them. Kwanzaa.
Hug and kiss your family.
Yeah. Spend the time with the people that you love, the people closest to you, your family.
And your friends.
Yeah. That's true, but you're definitely your family.
All right, and your dogs.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We're done. We're out.
Yeah.
Last episode of the year.
Definitely in your dogs. Your big ones and your little
Big,
ones.
little turds, all of them.
That's
So,
right.
all right, folks. Happy holidays. We will see you in the new year. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.